today it's time to find out how are we doing on following that budget. What's up everybody, John Gray back again, and as promised I'm going to talk about how I spent my money in May, how it's going so far, and if we're even on track or not. First things first, if you haven't watched the first 2 episodes of this Dave Ramsey plan that I'm doing, go back, watch the first 2 first, it'll explain a lot. Now, let me just start by saying budgeting sucks. It is literally the worst. I absolutely hate it. Doing this made me realize that there's a lot of little things that we pay for that I don't think about on a daily basis at all. Like, who wants to estimate how many trash bags and deodorant you're gonna have to buy in a month? This is the worst. But as you hopefully understand by now, it's necessary. Because if we don't plan where our money goes, we're much more likely to spend it on things we had no business purchasing in the first place. So let's break down my budget for May 2016. First, let's talk about expenses. So here are the things that we budgeted for May and how much we planned to spend on them. Remember, while some of these things were set in stone, others we had to sort of estimate because we moved and we didn't know exactly what the prices were going to be until we got here. But we had to start somewhere to give ourselves a rough estimate of what we thought we'd end up spending at the end of the month. So here we go. So we have rent for $829, utilities, which is just electricity, $50, internet and phone, $266. I have to stop there because I have some explaining to do. Now, our internet is only $66 a month, so that means our phone bill is $200 a month. That's just for 2 cell phones. So I know you're thinking, why is it so much, John? Well, in my infinite wisdom, instead of paying for our phones, I decided it'd be a good idea to finance both of them. Clearly, this was before I started doing this plan. So now every month, in addition to the actual usage of the phone, I have to pay for the cost of the phone as well. $80 out of the $200 a month is just the expenses on the cost of the phone. I'm a genius. I know. Anyway, we've got groceries for $450, car insurance for $100, car loan for $236, gas for $60, haircuts for $20, household for $155, gym for $55, Hulu for $8. Hulu is a must if you don't have cable. Fun money for $100, and then our horse for $480. That's right, we've got a horse. All of this adds up to a grand total of $2,744 for the month. Not bad. So now we know what all our expenses are. But how much are we taking in? And is it enough to make a dent in our debt? Well, together in May, we made $4,344. That leaves us $1,600 to put towards the debt this month. Again, not bad, but it needs to be larger than that if we plan to hit this 2-year debt-free goal. Now, I'd like to note that some of the things that are on here this month won't be there next month. Like a good example is part of our horse expenses for this month actually included getting a lot of vet care because we had to move him from one place to another. That's just over $200 that in any other month we wouldn't normally be spending. Another bit of good news is that we're actually projecting that we'll be $250 under budget this month. A good reason for that is that we've been really diligent tracking everything that we've spent so far. So when it's all said and done, we actually might be able to put closer to $2,000 a month towards the loans every month. And that pace would allow us to pay off $48,000 worth of debt in 2 years. Now, between our car and our loans, our total debt is $51,000. So if we only got $3,000 or $4,000 left on our debt in 2 years, I'd be more than willing to reach into that emergency fund money and pay it off right away. But this doesn't even include the extra money that we got that we also put towards our loans. The first thing is that we got a $300 security deposit back for the old place that we used to rent in Milwaukee, towards the loans. We also got a $400 check from our car insurance company because a couple of the tickets that we had on our driving record dropped off this year, towards the loans. This also means that car insurance will cost us less in future months, so we'll make up some money there too. So clearly the budget works if you're willing to invest the effort. But let me tell you, by no means is this easy. Having only $50 to myself to spend on the things that I want has been really hard. Literally every time I see something I want, I have to think about how much cash I have. And that process usually ends with me putting whatever the item is back because I know I shouldn't be buying it. So surprisingly, it's the 20th of the month and I actually still have some fun money left. I think I have something like $24. Ballin'. But limiting myself like that really taught me that the things I was buying weren't even close to necessary. And it's nice seeing how quickly I can eliminate debt, because when I'm out of debt, I should be able to build wealth just as quickly. But that's it, guys. That is how the budget is going. I'm on track and I intend to keep it that way. Hopefully by this point, you've started your budget as well. Are you still on track? Did you fall off the wagon? Let me know how it's going for you so far. And if you haven't started, start. Make a plan and figure out where your money is going. Because when you do that, people won't be able to profit off your stupidity anymore. So definitely share this with some of your friends. Let me know what you guys thought of this video, and I will see you guys in my next update soon. Thanks.